all of the celebs are here today for the show.
Yeah, it's going to be really challenging for them because we're on What's Up TV. Get me out of here! Happy New Year! Welcome, hello.
Hello, you.
Welcome along, everybody, to Series 11 of What's Up TV, the most exciting youth culture show on your screens.
Oh, yeah. Well, we seem to think so anyway.
Yes, we do.
We've got some of the biggest music acts, sports, comedy, events, current affairs, all to fill your boots.
Yes, we have. Now, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Ramel.
And coming up on this series, we have sports with the likes of drone racing.
Music-wise, we've got the likes of Ellie Goulding and Bring Me the Horizon.
And we have funnies from Ori Styler and the brilliant Hardeep Singh Kohli and much, much more. But coming up on this episode, Nicole's going to get comfortable with the man dem on the wall, JPD.
And Buffy will be chatting to Sophie Ellis-Bextor while Aaron will be bonkers for Conkers.
Cannot wait to see that. So it's so good to see you.
Oh, thank you, too.
And have you come up with any New Year's resolutions at all?
Nah, I'm good. I got this year. I got this.
Yeah, you have. Look at you, looking to fly.
Thank you, thank you. How about you? Any resolutions?
Well, being here is making me feel very kind of tropical. I need to get my holiday on and travel more this year. That is what I'm going to do.
Definitely.
Anyway, we could go on about that for ages.
Exactly.
We said at the top of the show it's going to be challenging for our guests. And so Joe puts our first to the test on the pitch. Have a look at this.
So we're joined here by Scorcher, mate. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice to see you again.
As you can see from the setting, we're obviously going to be playing a little bit of football later on. We're both Spurs fans, so I don't think there's any loser today.
Nah. Yeah.
So at the moment, 99 Rhythm, it's all about going back to the old school, if you like. I mean, why is that important to you?
For me, it's not really a case of going back to the old school. It's more a case of just being myself. And I heard the 99 Rhythm beat. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And I said, I need this now. I went and got a CD in the middle of the night, blank CD, at this video shoot, got a CD, come back, burnt it, put it in the car, was vibing to it all night.
I like the idea of you driving round, freestyling to it. So you just you're coming up with ideas at that point.
Yeah, like I don't really like writing with a pen. So
Yeah.
Like I do most of my songwriting, making breakfast, having a shower, just in my bed, laying down, going to like just normal stuff.
Do you worry about, grime music going mainstream? Think it might lose its roots, or do you think that's part of the plan?
I think it can never be a bad thing for more people to know about something. I think, and the way like with like social media and the way like music is promoted now, so much more of the power is in the artist's hands as opposed to the record labels. So, you know, like at the moment you're seeing artists like just make a record and it's literally just artist consumer. So you're getting the purest thing.
Let's talk about acting a little bit now. What is it, I suppose, about that crossover between music and acting? Is it something you found easy?
When you enjoy something, it's easy to be passionate about it and hard working. To me, it felt almost like just pay to have fun, which is kind of how I see music. It's a whole different experience. Seeing something developing and growing from a baby, like right from the pilot all the way up to being in the premiere.
Would you like to move on to, different roles?
Yeah, I want a black superhero, rom-com, and I want to do like not Game of Thrones kind of thing, but like something in like an old school thing.
Superhero as well is the outfit. So
Yeah.
Lycra.
Lycra, spandex, leather. Can work though, really.
Okay. Yeah.
Take it in.
So it's not just MC, not just actor, you're a footballer as well. So we've got some football challenges lined up. Me and you are going to be going head to head on different teams. You up for it?
Of course, let's go for it.
Let's do this, man.
May the best man win.
Let's do it. Man, I've got to put my kit on.
Okay.
It's time for the crossbar challenge. I've got something of an advantage because I've got two guys on my team.
Oh, you need two?
I've got two. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. I need all the help I can get. I've got Tommy and I've got Romario from the Millwall Lions Centre. Who have you got on your team?
All I need is Mike.
Yeah?
Just Mike, only one Mike.
Look at Mike's face, you can tell. He fancies himself a crossbar king.
Of course.
Okay, so best of three. Boys, let's do it. Go on. Now.
While I do feel a little bit cheated, I can't really hold it against Scorcher that he won the crossbar challenge. And to be honest, it was just nice to get an insider's perspective from one of the best grime MCs around.
It's not looking rough, this. Yes. Hey, Jammer, what season is it? It's Conker season, because man are letting off shots for no reason.
I've come across the country today to experience the intensity of the World Conker Championship. Some of the competitors come from places like America, Russia, and now there's me from Northwest London. Let's go and play. All right, so right now we've got Team America here. So right now I am with the Leprechauns, Miss Team Island. How you guys feeling?
Sorry.
Feeling great.
Do you guys have a game plan for what you want to do today?
It's a secret, to be honest.
Okay, it's a
why.
secret.
It's a secret. Why would I tell you, my
True.
strategy? And
That's
everyone?
true, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't watch this. Watch the buy and the try.
The buy and the try.
It's going like that.
Okay.
You know?
Stop it, it's too much.
I've travelled miles to get here today, and I'm out in the first round, and I'm not happy.
I've been on a heavy protein diet, you know, get these muscles strong.
Show me your technique. That's your technique.
No, you can't do that. You're actually.
1, 2, 3, BK!
How is that good luck in Russian?
Удачи.
Удача.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Пока-пока.
I like that. Paka paka.
You know my jaw, cause you see me on the DVD before. Don't think you're raw, my blood to hold your down.
How hard did your conkers have to be for you to reach the status of king?
I'm the third king, selected by the committee after one of them has passed on.
Has there been anybody that's been cheeky enough to try and dethrone you as the conker king?
God don't know. No one can do that. Against the Constitution.
Frankers, when I'm skanking with the female skankers, my crew, we are bus jumpers.
Aaron, Roach, Bridgman, number 40, yellow. A lot of bravado coming from Roach, Bridgman at the moment. Just inspecting that they're happy with their conkers. Here we go, Aaron. Oh, wow. First strike. Look at that. Milks the applause from the crowd like a true potential champion.
I'm Richard Howard, ringmaster and chief umpire. We have to have umpires because people will always try and cheat. They've come with fake conkers and various different things, or they try and break the rules in some way, and the umpires pick that up. We work the same system as with the football fields. We've got a yellow card and a red card, so they'll get the warning with the yellow card. If they break the rules again, it's red card and they're out.
Green is Julian Dickinson against 37 yellow, Lee Edmonds. Oh, and defeat for Aaron Roach Bridgman. Look at that, the belly bounce.
So right now the finals are happening behind me now. I didn't make it to the finals myself, but I came very close. But I've had an amazing day. It's an amazing day for families and communities coming together. And you know what? I think I might come back next year and you might be congratulating me. Yeah? What's up?
I gave Aaron a yellow card because he was misbehaving. He was most rude to the stewards and myself, and he was slashing out. He deserved it, but I'm pleased to say he learned his lesson and I didn't have to give him the red card.
Aaron, I mean, trust him to take it really seriously. What a great day, but really.
Why did you get a yellow card playing conkers, Aaron? Such a rude boy.
But it's really challenging start to the episode, actually.
Yeah.
So not only the conkers, but also that crossbar challenge. Scorcher's team did pretty well. Done better if I was on it, because I think I could have hit that crossbar.
No, Jackie. No.
I could. I actually could.
But you know what? I really respect what Scorcher said about artists having all the power.
Yeah,
that's
true.
really inspirational for new artists coming up.
Yeah.
How is yours, guys?
Yes, it is.
But guess what?
What?
Right. This series,
Uh-huh.
there's some hidden cameras lurking on set.
No way.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm really, really hoping there's none here because that would be really, really awkward.
No.
Wait. What is that?
I think that's a bit of foliage. No, I think
No?
it is.
No?
No, I think we're good.
All right.
I think we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, we caught Joe and Scorcher
Uh-huh.
talking about their secret crush.
Oh, no way.
Yep. Check it out.
Because I see a lot of it, like with the stuff I do, because I do a lot of showbizy stuff, and people be like, so if you were going to date a member of Little Mix, which one would it be and why? It's like, but I mean the blonde one.
I don't even know. Do you know what's mad? I don't even know what they look like.
Oh,
Shame, caught you slipping.
I love that secret camera stuff.
I know,
Brilliant. Okay, so let's move on. Now, you might be surprised to hear that 3.3 million 20 to 34-year-olds in the UK live at home with their parents. Do you know it was as many as that?
I didn't know I was one of so many.
Yeah, well, you are. So we sent Joe along to find out why.
For the first time in a decade, people up to the age of 34 are more likely to live with their parents than to live on their own. We've come here to find out why that is and have a look at the stigma attached to living with parents.
And yes, I do think there's a bit of a stigma attached to people who live with their parents over the age of 25, 26, 27.
It depends on the reasons, really.
You know, times are quite hard at the moment, so, you know, gathering a bit of money before you move out is a good idea. I mean, it is seen as a little bit uncool.
I'm here with Arthur, who lives at home with his parents, but Arthur, you don't necessarily like living at home with your parents, do you?
No, it can be very claustrophobic at times, not having my own space and freedom to do things. It's sometimes uncomfortable having friends around, so when I was sort of in my teenage years, my property prices were a lot cheaper, so they've gone up quite a lot since the sort of late 1980s.
So Arthur, I mean, do you feel that maybe you're not as independent as your friends who don't live at home?
To be honest, I don't feel as independent. I mean, I know that my mum will always do the washing up if I'm busy with something, things like that, and laundry and things like that. So in some ways it's quite handy, but yeah, I don't feel as independent as I should be at my age. I should be out there doing everything for myself.
Do you think that these financial pressures that force young people to stay at home for longer maybe didn't exist in generations gone by?
Particularly in London, as you say, housing costs related to your likely salary look very different than they did when I was a young person. That's undoubtedly true. Levels of youth unemployment in other parts of the country are very high. So even if housing costs are a bit lower, the income that young people are finding really difficult to access is very different perhaps than when their parents were young people themselves.
So what do you feel the psychological and the emotional impact of continuing to live at home at an increasingly older age is?
I would always be reluctant to generalise, say for some young people it'll be fine, but for others it really will mean that they are living in very strained circumstances, they're straining relationships with the people around them, that they cannot learn to be independent and stand on their own 2 feet. They become anxious, depressed, worn down, and then it's a vicious spiral of it becomes really hard to take opportunities when they may be there.
We've come here to Southend-on-Sea to meet someone else who lives at home and to get another side of the story. Let's go and meet Amy.
So Amy, if I start with you, I mean, obviously you live with your mum.
Yeah.
Why is it that you've chosen to live at home?
So I didn't finish uni till I was 26. And then following on from that, settling into a new job, having all the pressures from that, I decided that staying at home would be the best option.
And your job, you mentioned your job, you're a vet.
I'm a vet, yeah.
So how is that? I mean, living at home with your mum, does it impact on your work at all?
Yeah, some days are quite stressful and tiring. So when I've had a challenging day, it's nice to come home. Mum will sometimes have dinner ready for me. And we do have different standards for different things.
Such as?
Tidying bedrooms, things in the hallway. And obviously being at uni for a certain number of years, I kind of do things how I want to do them.
Hi, Mum. Oh, hi, Ames. Have you had a good day today?
Yeah, it's been a busy day. Thank you.
Reg has had a lovely day. He's been out in the woods. What, do you want to go and have a bath or something like that? And then we'll do dinner.
Okay.
I've got some time alone with Gillian now. So Gillian, having Amy at home, how does that impact your day-to-day life?
It does mean that I get woken up in the morning, but they're the slight negative things. I think it's more positive, really, because I've got the company, it's nice to do things together, nice to have somebody here.
Did you expect to have her living at home 10 years' time?
No, probably not, really.
Okay.
I think Amy's generation, their expectations are quite high. They work hard, so they want to play hard as well. And I don't think perhaps they're prepared to give up to be able to have the property.
So there it is. Despite the stigma attached to living with parents, we've heard how it can bring some huge benefits in helping young adults deal with the financial stresses facing them. If you too have something to say, get in touch on Twitter at WhatsUpTVUK and send us a picture of whether you are #proud or #not proud of living with your parents.
honest, after watching that, I'm 100% unashamed and I'm hashtag LAH proud.
Yeah, so you should be. Do you know what? If my parents lived in London, then I would probably live at home as well. I certainly have a bit more money in my pocket, that's for sure. Sorry, that's not the only reason I live at home, honestly.
Oh gosh, before she gets in trouble, we'll see you after the break. Welcome back. It's been a great start to the season so far.
And what a lovely way to start the new year with a new series.
Oh yes, and it's been a pleasure working with you, Jacqueline.
Yay! I can't wait for what you have coming up over the coming weeks.
That's right.
And don't forget, we've got loads of great stuff in this episode, and if you want to get involved, then please do so. Just use that hashtag WhatsAppTV and let us know what your thoughts are.
That's right. But still to come, we've got mum of 4 boys, Sophie Ellis-Bextor, talking to Buffy about slaying it as a working mum in the industry.
Yes, and we like to finish up every episode with what's called a meaningful ending. And it's something for you to think about, and this episode is no different. And it's got a little bit of a clever twist, so listen out for that.
That's right. But first up, we've got 3 boys who have absolutely killed it in the industry and have come a long way since we last saw them on WhatsApp TV.
So, Mandem on the Wall or JPD, what do we call you?
Okay, JPD. Yeah. Look, we've always been JPD,
Yeah,
but the first show that we ever did, which was quite a hit success, was Mandem on the Wall. So we were then known, and people will call you Mandem on the Wall in the same way Will Smith would always be called the Fresh Prince. Yeah.
Ah, I like that. Yeah. A lot of people obviously know you for your comedy, but they might not know how much writing you do yourselves. Why is it so important for you to write your own material?
We've always had the mentality that we just want to be able to be in the driver's seat of our own career and of our own destiny, and doing that brings about creating ideas and writing shows and making sure we can move things
I think
forward.
we've come to a place of confidence as well where we've done so much over the 5 years.
You know what it's like around there, right?
Yeah. Relax, son. It's fine in the day.
Hey, bruv, how many times do you need to get decked before you realise you can't come round here, bruv? How many times do you need to get decked before you realise you can't come round here, bruv? Just let me handle it. Huh? Are you serious? What?
Would you ever consider writing for other actors or comedians?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely,
Yeah. We're in the process. We do that now, basically. Yeah. So, it's amazing because I find that when we do work with those creatives, it's nice to make sure that because we're creatives ourselves, we make sure that they maintain their authenticity.
I'm back from university.
You went away? Yeah. Prison?
So tell me about your film, The Weekend.
The way I would explain it is it's Hangover meets Superbad, but with black guys. 3 guys who are not the brightest bunch, and they're they're not used to girls, they're not used to money, and they come into all of this all at one time in one weekend, and they have a blast.
What is the most extravagant thing that you guys have bought in real life?
For me, it was a meal. I took her for this meal, and I spent a lot of money, and I regretted it.
Why?
Because neither of us were that hungry.
How expensive could that meal have
It
been?
was mad that we had platters and stuff and
shampoos.
Yeah, all of that.
And they say stuff like, oh, should we get something each, or should we get loads and share?
Yeah, loads of little bits.
Yeah,
man, get your own meal.
Wait.
Drive, bro!
So in the British film industry, how difficult is it for independent films now?
I'm gonna sit up.
Yeah.
Go on. I'm gonna sit up.
You know what, Jay? Just drop the knowledge, mate.
Okay, look. The British film industry in specific is I believe one of the most difficult industries to get into, especially coming from a BAME community, black, Asian, ethnic minority.
Because it's a very big point to make right now in terms of if you look at the success of Brotherhood, and even us, this is the sign of just what I like to call a revolution in terms of now we've got outlets that we can actually just produce our own films, financially do them independently.
This is most likely drug money.
Has anyone around this area got into a bit of money recently?
Them boys there earlier were moving a bit flashy.
Nicole, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a hug.
You like this one, Ruth? Oh, you're gonna. This is what they mean when they say lady.
Come on, they come.
Okay.
They're so funny and talented, and it's really inspiring to see young men just doing it for themselves and doing so successfully. Salutes to you guys.
Well, I'm really excited about our next guest. Actually, I've been excited all day for this.
Me too. Look who Buffy ran into.
It's a matter on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, hey,
Sophie, welcome to What's Up.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you have been in the music industry for 17 years, which is amazing. And you've just released your latest album, and it's the 6th one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is an amazing feat as well. So
Thank you.
what's kept you in the industry for so long?
Well, I love what I do. The only thing I've wanted from each album is just the opportunity to make another one, because it's still my first love, I think, music. So yeah, I'm still hungry to do more.
Have you seen the music industry itself change over those years?
Well, yeah, massively. I mean, it's had the dawn of technology, which obviously influenced life everywhere, not just music. You can make your own videos and get them online. You can put your music online. It's a lot easier to kind of make that start. But I think similarly, obviously, everybody's doing it.
You've kind of explored lots of different genres. Are there any that you haven't yet that you kind of want to go into?
The stuff I'm making at the moment probably makes me really happy, because the current album's called Familia. It's kind of got a bit of disco, it's all recorded live, it's got bits of folky stuff, it's got synth, so it's kind of married my favourite genres in one place.
So you've got quite a big family, obviously, as well, and I'm guessing you're going to keep making music. So is it quite hard to juggle the two different lives?
It can be quite chaotic. I mean, I've got 4 kids now, so...
Boy band in the making?
Oh, I hope so. That'd be wonderful. I'd be very excited by that. There's a couple of them actually I can imagine having a band together. That'd be
Really?
fun. Even if it's only for a little while.
Just maybe a duo.
Yeah, a little duo. That'd be nice for Mummy. Do that.
Waiting for a lifetime.
Is there anyone that you want to collaborate with?
I think for a long, long time I was looking for one collaborator that I could songwrite with and one producer. That being said, the whole joy of what I do, I get very excited about the fact that every day there could be a phone call or something happens that sparks something completely different.
Yeah.
And definitely, 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't know I'd have made two albums that got listed in the folk category. I'm open to ideas.
I also saw Baroque pop on
I know,
something.
yeah.
I was like, what even is Baroque pop?
I don't know, but I guess I've got a little bit of a hops chord on something on the last record, so there you go.
Well, Sophie, thank you so much
No,
for
thank
joining
you.
us on What's Up. It's been great.
Yeah, nice to speak to you.
What a Wonder Woman.
Yes, totally. And it's really nice to hear her talking about life outside of music as well. That's how we do on What's Up TV.
Exactly,
Love
exactly.
that.
Well, what's coming up on the show next week? We have some grime time as Aaron meets the mandem of the grime scene at Eskimo Dance.
Yes, and Tiger Drew, honey, as you've never seen him before, he's a bit of a revelation.
And we get to see the frontman, Liam Frey of the Cortinas, on the show.
Now we're finishing things up with a really clever piece. If you listen to it at the beginning, it sounds pretty negative.
Yeah, however, in the second part, it gets really positive. Would you believe it's the same words, only said backwards?
I know, okay? Just about getting my head around it. So you take it in, it's really clever, and we will see you next week. Bye.
They have no need for our help. So do not tell me these haggard faces could belong to you or I. We need to see them for who they really are. Chancers and scroungers, layabouts and loungers, with bombs up their sleeves, cutthroats and thieves. They are not welcome here. We should make them go back to where they came from. They cannot share our food, share our homes, share our countries. Instead, let us build a wall to keep them out. It is not okay to say, these are people just like us. A place should only belong to those who are born there. Do not be so stupid to think that. The world can be looked at another way. The world can be looked at another way. Do not be so stupid to think that. A place should only belong to those who are born there. These are people just like us. It is not okay to say, build a wall to keep them out. Instead, let us share our countries, share our homes, share our food. They cannot go back to where they came from. We should make them welcome here. They are not cutthroats and thieves, with bombs up their sleeves. Layabouts and loungers, chances and scroungers. We need to see them for who they really are. These haggard faces could belong to you or I. So do not tell me they have no need for our help.